Hello, welcome to this update for the severe weather. So today's outlook is very similar to what it was yesterday. So there's this light risk from extreme northern Kansas to North Dakota and affecting parts of Wyoming and northeastern Colorado too. And there's this marginal risk all the way from southern Colorado to Iowa, Minnesota, Wyoming, the Dakotas, and Canada. So let's see. Tornado threat is still 5% in Nebraska, like it was yesterday, and all the way north to North Dakota. Wind threat is like it was yesterday too. It's hatched there in Nebraska, and a 15% all the way to North Dakota, and this 5% from southern Colorado to Manitoba. So let's see. And the hail is the only thing that changed. So, wait. Here. So, this is the hail. So, yesterday it was hatched in Nebraska too, but today they updated and they put just a 15%, so it's not hatched anymore. There's the 5% there all the way up. So let's see here. Severe thunderstorms should occur this afternoon and tonight across parts of the northern central plains, specifically across portions of Nebraska and the Dakotas. Scattered severe damaging winds and large hail and a few tornadoes all appear possible, so be careful there today. Now day 2 has gotten a little bit more concerning because they put an enhanced risk in Missouri and Iowa and even parts of Kansas. So, and a slight risk from Kansas to Iowa, and is marginal from extreme northeastern New Mexico to Wisconsin. So, tornado is 5% and 2% from Colorado to Iowa. Wind is the enhanced risk, it's 30% and 15%. And hail is just 15 and 5%. So let's see. Severe thunderstorms are expected across portions of the upper Mississippi Valley to Central Plains, mainly Tuesday afternoon and evening. So be careful tomorrow there. For day 3, there's a slight in parts of Kansas, northwestern Kansas, Nebraska, northeastern Colorado. And there's another slight from parts of eastern Missouri, Kentucky, southern Illinois, Indiana, and parts of Ohio. And there's this marginal all the way from southeastern Montana to New Mexico, and all the way to southern Ontario. So, and the general risk of thunderstorms. And let's see, just 15% probabilistic. So let's see. Severe thunderstorms are expected on Wednesday, particularly across parts of the Midwest, Ohio Valley, and Central Plains. So be aware. Let's see. For day 4 here, we have that slight risk there. Again, in parts of Missouri and Kansas there and Nebraska. So this is for Thursday, I think, day 4. So be aware there. More severe weather in those areas. Day 5, there's nothing yet. Day 6, day 7, day 8. So let's see here. The fire risk is elevated today in parts of California, Nevada, in Oregon, Utah, northwestern Arizona, and Idaho. But tomorrow they don't have anything yet. So let's see what we have here. The map for today. Wait, here you can see day 2, day 3. Quantitative precipitation for today, mainly in the plains and parts of the southeast. Day 2, day 3, day 4, day 5, day 6, day 7. More in Texas. So let's see, days 1 through 7, a big hotspot in the plains, parts of the southeast, and some in other areas. So let's see. And actually, they say it's a moderate here. So let's see the excessive rainfall for today. It's a moderate there in South Carolina and extreme west, extreme eastern Georgia, I think, but mainly the coastal areas of south, central, southern South Carolina there. So be aware of flash flooding there today. So there's the slight risk from Florida to North Carolina and the marginal. There's a big slight risk there of excessive rainfall all the way from Nebraska to Minnesota, Iowa, Wisconsin, the Dakotas, and Canada. So there's this marginal and this marginal there. For day 2, there's this light there and 3 marginals. Day 3, that's light in the plains and the marginal, all the way from Arizona to New York. Day 4, those 2 marginals, and day 5, those 2 marginals. So let's see here. Some heat warning stuff for California, and let's see if they have something else, the moderate risk and the heat risk for this week, July 2nd to July 4th. So be aware. Let's see here now. They have the excessive heat warnings in California, some excessive heat watches for Oregon, California, flood watches in New Mexico, Utah, and Colorado, in the plains too, and then in the southeast some flood watches, and excessive heat warnings and heat advisories there, and some flood watches for the north too. So let's see here for Canada what we currently have. This changes all the time, but let's see. Some heat warnings in Manitoba for highs near 30s, and yes, let's see. And, and they say before a cold front moves Wednesday, which might bring some cooler temperatures. And let's see here. For Alberta, some heat warnings near 29 degrees Celsius. Some heat warnings and air quality statements in northwestern territories too. Some air quality advisories there in Yukon and the northwestern territories. And some special weather statements there for smoke. And let's see. In Newfoundland here, we have some rainfall warnings there. Heavy rains expected. Let's see. Today through Wednesday it says, and some special weather statements for rainfall too, 50 to 100 millimeters. So be aware. And the marginal risk of severe weather extends all the way to North Dakota in the U.S. So there might be a strong storm or two in parts of Canada. They might issue some watches later. We'll check the model now, and you see here. So let's see here. The her. Let's put the 15Z because this one isn't loaded yet. So we can see here the low pressure there in the plains, and all those big storms firing in the Dakotas and Nebraska. In Iowa, some strong storms too, but especially later this afternoon in Nebraska, some really strong cells, potentially some very large hail, tornadoes, and damaging winds. So be aware. And then this moves into Iowa later this evening and affects parts of Minnesota and Wisconsin. So, and then this big line of storms in North and South Dakota there, we will move east, and some storms affecting parts of Alberta and Saskatchewan, especially Saskatchewan there, some stronger ones. And then this line will start affecting parts of Manitoba, southern Manitoba, and moving into Minnesota there. And by nightfall, still a lot of rain there in Ontario and Manitoba, and some storms still, and more moving to Wisconsin there later. So, and then we have this rain in the southeast and all those storms there, and they actually have a marginal risk there too today for some damaging winds. So let's see. Tornado, nothing. Yeah, just winds there, and hail, nothing. So let's see. And then further south here, let's see until this expands until southern Colorado. So let's take a look. We might have some more showers in parts of the southwest, some storms in Colorado there maybe, and more showers in New Mexico there, maybe a storm or two. So so be aware. And let's see some temperatures here. Wait, in Fahrenheit, so let's see. Wait, I'll put it to the hottest time of the day. So lots of 90s, 100s, 90s until Kansas there. Very high in California, in the 100s. In the valleys too there. Very high. And some A is the 90s in the south and in parts of northern Canada there. Some A is too, and a little bit milder there in Ontario. Let's see. And they had those heat warnings in some areas too. And let's see for the next few days here. So it gets hotter in the west and in the plains too, especially in the west there, in the southwest, and very hot there by Friday too. It shows like in some of these locations 117 almost there, so really dangerous heat. Further north, very hot too, up to 100 in southern Oregon. And yeah, this is mainly it, so stay safe.